What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. So today is Sunday. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. Having a look at Bitcoin, we are actually up 0.49% for now, but let's have a look at what's going on. Essentially, you can see we got rejected at about the almost 7.3K level. We dumped down to basically exactly $7,000, had a little bit of choppiness. We thought we were going to have the pump, and we got rejected again, and currently we are treading sideways at around 7.1K. So today's video is going to be rapid fire. You're definitely going to want to stick around to the end. We're going to get straight to the point. We're going to talk about what's going on with Bitcoin, the fact that tomorrow is Monday. We do have a CME's futures gap. And also I want to talk about the fact that the whales wallets, the big whale wallets between 1,000 Bitcoin and 1,000,000 Bitcoin is up 38% since 2017. And most of them are not actively trading. And I want to go into what exactly that means for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So if that sounds good to you, you know what to do. Also, if you're not subscribed to the Crypto Zombie channel, we do this every single day. And of course, every Monday, we do give away the Ledger Nano S. Now, let's dive in. Let's have a look and see what is going on. Bitcoin dominance actually down 0.3% today. So is it going into the altcoins? Where is it going, guys? So having a look right here, we do have some altcoins doing quite well today. Silverway up 20%, Stratus 15, Cosmos, Horizon, Aura, Waves, Theta, Molecular Future, and Electronium all doing quite well today. Relatively split down the middle as far as the longs and shorts are concerned within the past 4 hours. Having a look at Bitcoin, though, I do want to mention one thing. Exactly 1 year ago today was the Bitcoin bottom when we hit down to, 3,200, whatever it was. And actually, just for fun, if we go from the bottom to where we are currently, Bitcoin is still up 126%. I thought this thing was dead. Anyway, guys, let's dive in. Let's have a look. We do have some good news actually from Fidelity. They're thinking about listing Ethereum as well. And I also want to talk about, stocks being at an all-time high and should we really be celebrating? So having a look right here, though, we are still in this descending wedge. You can see right here, we basically got stopped out right in the middle, sort of that dotted line right here. You see sometimes Bitcoin gets stomped out at that resistance. It acts as support occasionally. Well, currently right now it is acting as support. If we do breach, and fall below it, you do risk falling to about $6,172. If we were to pump to the upside, we could potentially see an $8,300 Bitcoin, but keep in mind, we would still be in a downtrend if we didn't break above that, right? Having a look right here, though, this is basically as straightforward as it gets, guys. These are the levels that you need to be looking for. Essentially right here, you can see we're sort of trapped in no man's land, and if Bitcoin can get above, now, some people say the 7.3K level, although the $7,380 level, we've tested that a few times. I'm actually looking more towards 7,413, but essentially you could see this blue box right here. You would want to get inside of it, but then we would still need to get above the 7.8K level. So, long story short, what am I saying? I'm not telling you to long or short, guys. We do not give signals on the channel, but essentially if Bitcoin does get above the $7,413 level, there's a good chance we are going to go up to the 7.8, even maybe try to reach the 7.9 level. And if we fall below that $7,000 level that's been holding us, then we do risk going into the red zone. And the next short-term level would be 6.5K. Okay, so if you fall here, you might look to short. Not saying that you should, but I would assume that's what most traders would be doing. Now, one other thing, we spoke about this. If you didn't check out the video yesterday, popping up above, but these Bollinger Bands, guys, these Bollinger Bands are getting very, very tight. You can see they're equivalent to about the size that we had back here before the October 25th pop-off. A little bit bigger than this big blast off here, but essentially we are expecting a 20 to 30% move and currently sitting below the basis. If we don't get above it, well, then we would be looking for a move to the downside, right? Now, talking about what Josh Rager said, we've had him on the channel before. He says that really any of these scenarios don't really look too great. Higher time frames do remain bearish. And you can see right here, essentially all of these sort of, movements, he is anticipating ultimately a lower move. And it is a very, very bearish environment out there right now specifically, right? And the thing that I wanted to point out, and I don't want to kind of make this all doom and gloom, but realistically, we are still in this descending channel, descending wedge. And even if Bitcoin was to, get all the way up today, even if today we were to pump all the way up to $9,149, we still would be putting in a lower high, and we need to get above sort of this wick actually that we had on the Chinese pump on October 25th, which is about $10,462. You really would want to get somewhere back up here to show that the trend is reversing, because if not, you're just putting in, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So that's basically that situation, guys, moving forward. Yes, we did put in the golden cross on the weekly, and I did talk about this yesterday. You guys, once again, check out the video. I do believe we are in this period right here, which is sort of like an accumulation period before the massive blast off. Do I think it's going to happen a little bit differently this time around? Yes, and in fact, you can see Crypto Bird mention that we have the golden cross, but it still might dive to 5.4K to 5.6K, which is around the 0.786 fib, unless we start closing weekly 8K candles, right? Now, he says he wouldn't mind cheap Bitcoin for Christmas. I don't think anybody would. If you're still watching this channel, you clearly don't care about Bitcoin taking a 50% price hit. You're obviously here for the long run, and you see the value in it, and these levels are phenomenal for accumulating. In fact, just having a look at the Mayer multiple, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but essentially any level below 2.4 is considered a good opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin. And, where are we sitting at today? We're sitting at 0.76. So, according to the Mayer multiple, it is a relatively good time to accumulate Bitcoin, but currently you can see right here, this red line that was supporting us, that was the line all the way back before the November fall, well, currently that's now acting as short-term resistance. Now, it looks like we are trying to push above it as we're making this video, but I just wanted to point that out. If we don't get above that, then we are going to fall down to the 6.7K level, or actually it was like 6,780, but here's the thing, we do have a closing on the CME's futures at $7,240. So we will close this gap. If we close tonight below this, well, then there's a good chance Monday morning we're going to pump up to it. And if we close above it, there's a good chance Monday morning we're going to dip back down to fill it. So just keep that in mind moving forward over the weekend. But I do want to talk about Bank of America Merrill Lynch has a list of best to worst asset classes of the decade. And you can see right here, best is Bitcoin. $1 in 2010 would be worth $90,026 today. The worst was, I don't know what this is. I don't even know what that is. Myanmar Kyat, $1 in 2010 would be about 0.004. Today, for comparison, U.S. equities, $1 in 2010 would be about $3.46 today. So I really need to, I guess we need to really talk to these people that say that Bitcoin is not exactly a good investment. You can see even Weiss Crypto Ratings, who nobody really cares about Weiss Crypto, but they say despite trading significantly down from their record highs of late December 2017, large cap cryptocurrencies had a phenomenal year and remain one of the greatest investment success stories of the decade. But guys, the stock market's at an all-time high. Donald Trump is so happy. He's tweeting about it, right? Everything is just great. But that being said, guys, the national debt is above $23 trillion and counting and getting higher. You can look with your own eyes. So what are we celebrating here, guys? It's all smoke and mirrors, There's nothing to be celebrated here. At least when Bitcoin is 7,000, it's actually 7,000, right? Because there's no more, no less, right? But that being said, guys, let's talk about these whales, because the amount of Bitcoin controlled by the topmost wallets has increased since 2017 by about 38%, and these are wallets holding 1,000 to 1,000,000. Now, I know what you're saying. You're probably saying, well, these could be exchanges and stuff like that. Well, you can go to Bitcoin Whale, I think it's richlist.com, and you can see which ones are the exchanges, but these are actually individuals that have a lot of Bitcoin, and only around 3.5% of all of these addresses are actively trading on a weekly basis. Why am I even bringing this up? Stick with me, I have something to say. Coinbase holds around 966,000 Bitcoin roughly in its cold wallet, but still it should be noted that exchanges controlling a growing number of circulating Bitcoin is not a cause for celebration, guys. Even if it is the exchanges, it could be the whales, could be the exchanges, but it further underscores the centralization of crypto assets among a few exchanges, whales, and other entities. And this is what I have to say before, and it's going to be a very small rant, but essentially, when you sell your Bitcoin, who are you selling it to? Do you know who's on the other side? You could be selling it to the bankers. You could be selling it to the institutions, right? And having a look right here, we know the problems that we're already dealing with the centralized everything, dealing with traditional systems and all that, right? Why do you guys want to just let those 1% get a hold of all the Bitcoin and just start the same? The legacy system is what we're trying to get away from, is essentially what I'm trying to say. And every time you sell your Bitcoin to, one of these other guys, right? All you're doing is increasing their bags, and you know that this thing is logarithmically going to the moon. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but if you even believe that Bitcoin could potentially be worth some of these prices down the line, currently being around 7,000, knowing that Bitcoin could hit upwards of 100K, 250, maybe even a million, maybe even 2 million, or else McAfee's got to, eat his manhood on TV. Why would you be selling? And who are you selling to? Rant over, just wanted to say that, guys. So that being said, we do have one bit of good news to end on, and it is Fidelity Digital Assets intend to support Ethereum in 2020 if the demand is there. So you had the president, Tom Jessup, basically said that the firm has done a lot of work on Ethereum. He did say that the lack of a track record serves as one of the biggest obstacles. Obviously, Bitcoin has over a decade, whereas Ethereum is, a little bit more of a newer asset. But that being said, it does show that there is interest, and I guess we have to sort of just take that with a grain of salt, but end on that good news. And once again, guys, Mare multiple is sitting around 0.76. Anytime below 2.4 has been historically considered a good time for accumulation. Not financial advice, do whatever you want, but essentially, those are the statistics, guys, and that's it for me today. I told you I was going to keep this video short. Thank you so much. If you made it all the way to the end, give yourself a pat on the back. So anyway, guys, that's it for me. If you're interested in the ledger, drop a comment. We're going to do that giveaway tomorrow. And once again, thanks for all the birthday wishes yesterday. You guys rock. You really are the reason that I do this every single day. We've literally been in this market, from 2K to 20K to 3K to 14K to 7K, and, we'll be here for 100K too. Why not? That being said, guys, you rock. Thanks again. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will see you tomorrow. That's it for me. My name's K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Until next time, stay crypto, and peace out.